originally from Boise, Idaho, born and raised. I got my start playing the Grub Steak Saloon in a town called Horseshoe Bend, Idaho. And then a cat named Junior Watson rolled into town and I opened a show for him. And he said, hey, you know, would you like to go out on tour with me? So I toured around the country, and then after that, my girlfriend at the time decided she was going to move to San Francisco. And well, I couldn't let the girl go down there by herself, so I picked up, went down with her, and we stayed in San Francisco, and then we moved to Oakland. We were there for about 10 or 11 years, and then decided it was time to relocate, so moved out here to Memphis, Tennessee.
I'd first heard John Nemeth's music on a radio station in Memphis called WEVL FM 90. I remember hearing it and thinking, like, man, this guy's really good. This, you know, it sounds maybe like it's an old record, but it sounds new at the same time. I'm like, I gotta, find out who this guy is.
Scott and I got hooked up through a publicist named Nick Eaton. Nick had contacted me and said, hey, you ought to consider going down to Memphis and making a record with this cat, Scott Bomar. He has a band called the Bo Keys. And the timing was impeccable because coincidentally I had been listening to a Bo Keys record that my drummer at the time had been playing for us in the van. And I remembered hearing the drummer on the record, and the first time my drummer played it, I knew that was Howard Grimes. I knew that was the same guy on the Bo Keys record that was on the O.V. Wright, Syl Johnson, and Peoples records, and Al Green. And so when Nick contacted me about this, I jumped at the chance. I thought this was great. I love the sound of the Bo Keys records, and love all the players and the way it's produced.
He said, I'm going to be moving to Memphis in a couple of months, and I'd love to come in and do my next record with you and have the Bo Keys back me up on it. And I was like, man, that sounds great. And we kept in touch, and he sent me his demos for the record, and I thought the songs are all really great.
They took those demos, they listened to them, and they said, well, this is how we do it here in Memphis.
John's record was recorded all live, and his vocal takes are, I think for the most part, the ones that were tracked live with the band. And the horns and the background vocals and the percussion were overdubs, but everything else, is pretty much live and all done down to a 1-inch 8-track tape machine. And what you hear on John's record is only 8 tracks on every song.
One thing I was impressed about Scott's studio, Electrophonic, was after he had cut the song, we'd go in and take a listen to it, and it just sounded amazing on the playback. And the great thing about it is from playback to the final master, there isn't that big of a difference. So you know a guy's doing it right the first time, when it sounds like you want it to sound when you go into the control room and listen to it. I thought that was amazing, and that was a real shocker. And he's got a great sounding control room too, for that matter.
One of the things about John's record, the process that I like so much, is how live the record is, and how it was all recorded and mixed analog all the way through. Not a lot of records these days are done on analog, but John's record, it was entirely recorded and mixed on a 1-inch 8-track.
All in all, man, I think this is a slamming record. We cut it all in just a couple days of recording time, and the band just knocked it out. And I had a great time working with the band and working in this studio. Probably the easiest studio experience I've ever had.
Sooner or later you learn, play with fire and you'll get burned. Sooner or later you learn, every fool will get their turn. You live your life on a wire, walk the road just above the fire. Your candlelight is burning bright, someday it won't burn the night. Living hard and loving fast, someday that good luck won't